Use a chalk pencil to mark off a point just below the knee on the outside seam of the jeans. Then you'll just cut along the outside seam right up to the marked off point. You'll have to cut along both sides of the outer seam. And then you'll just cut it right off. Where you cut the outer seam, you'll need to put in a few stitches to keep the seam from unraveling. So you just want to take a piece of navy blue or black thread and sew around the bottom of that seam a few times. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just enough to hold the seam in place. Measure a piece of denim so that it's a ½ inch longer than the seam you cut and an inch wider than you want your flares to be. Fold the piece of denim in half. And then you'll use a straight edge to cut the piece of denim diagonally, making a flare insert. Lay your denim flare on top of your piece of material. And then you'll use your straight edge again to cut the material the same size as the piece of denim. Place your piece of material over your piece of denim, and then you'll want to pin the two pieces together. Keep the pins towards the middle of the material. Next you'll pin that along the outside edge of the jeans, keeping the right sides of the fabric on the inside. Pin right through both the material and the denim. Check the inside to be sure it looks right. Then you'll just sew down one side of the seam with an 1/8 inch straight stitch starting at the bottom. Cut the thread when you reach the point of the triangle and then tie it off. And then you'll sew down the other side of the seam, this time starting at the top of the triangle. And then just cut off the thread and tie it off. Next you'll go down the same two sides again, but this time with a close zigzag stitch to keep the edges from fraying. And then you have the finished jeans.